It was a scoreboard thriller at the MCG last night. Carlton up against old foes Essendon. Take us through the score and we'll talk about how the Blues are back, and so is their co-captain who will join us in just a second.
They came from behind, TJ, so the Bombers got 2 goals up in the last quarter. What a story Casbolt is. He's been sensational this year. McGovern, good to see him hit the scoreboard. Betts was solid, but Sam Docherty, 32 disposal. I think it's one of the stories of the season.
Yeah.
Sam Docherty's return. He's been good enough to join us, Sam. Congratulations on your form and the team's form, but just on your own self, just to be best on ground. It's been a long time coming, being so long out of the game. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. That's first and foremost. But yeah, no, it's been a good start to the year for us. I haven't had too many years where we've actually come out 2 or 2 or ahead of the ledger or square of the ledger. So it's obviously a great start for us. It's only a beginning, and it's exciting times. I think a lot of our guys are starting to show some really positive signs and playing at a high level, which is great to see.
Sam, we'll get onto the team shortly, which I know you probably prefer to speak about, but just those moments that you've had over the journey, thinking maybe you'll never play again, you must have had plenty of them.
Yeah, it's obviously been a pretty long 2 years. Sitting on the sidelines, pretty tedious rehab to have to go through, and there has been stages where I have questioned whether I was going to get back, and I always thought that I could always come back and play at the level as a matter of my body being able to do that, and had a really good program set in place and a really good rehab set in place, and ticked it all off, and it's good to be back just playing footy. I'm just thoroughly enjoy being back out on the field and back out playing with my mates.
The confidence that last week gave you, that was a super win down in Geelong, and then to back it up again against a side that was in the top 2 on the ladder, must have been really pleasing for you guys and for a young group as well who had been under pressure just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was. We obviously didn't start the ideal way with 2 and 2 at our first losses, but I think the group's just showing a sense of maturity that we haven't had in the past, and even when we went down 2 goals last night late in the last quarter, I still had a confidence that if we just stuck to what our plan and our process was, we'd be able to get ourselves back in the game. And I think our last 5 minutes, admittingly, we have been in a few close games as of late, so we've had a bit of practice, but we did a really good job late to be able to get the job done.
Mitch McGovern, there's been a lot written about Mitch McGovern, about his fitness last year, but I thought last night, a couple of times he had to go back with courage to take the mark. He kicked some big goals like the one we've just seen on the screen now, and just starting to repay the faith.
Yeah, I don't think you meant that one on the screen, but it's great to see him. It's great to see him playing some good footy. Gov's one of those guys that he doesn't get a high possession count, but the stuff he does for the team, the way he competes in the air, has been absolutely awesome for us throughout the whole year so far. And to finish off with a couple of goals, we had Jack go down early without Harry playing, so it was sort of Levi, and when Levi was in the ruck, Gov was our tall, so did a really good job competing in the air, and I'm rapt to see him play his role for the team and kick a couple of goals in the end.
Must be a good feeling for you as a senior player to see so many players playing career best football. You got Levi, Casbolt, young Gibbons is playing some really good football, and I thought Cunningham's game last night, 28 disposals and the most score involvements in the game. These players are the players that are going to take Carlton to the next level.
Yeah, that they are, and that's part of our growth in the group. Is we've got guys that are ready to play consistent, high-level AFL footy, and Cunners is one of those guys. Specifically, we've seen glimpses of him in his career so far of what he can do, and small stretches of games that he's put together. But last night, that's exactly what we've seen over in training and throughout bits and pieces of the game, throughout his time at the club, and his burst and his speed and his acceleration is something that is a sort of a game changer for us in the forward half. When we can get him out running towards goal, there's not too many that can catch him.
Sam, Jack Silvani ended up coughing up blood. He's got actually a bruised lung after an incident with Zach Merritt. Have you caught up with him this morning, having spent the night in hospital?
I haven't caught up with him as of yet. I did hear that he was in hospital last night, and I think he's going okay, but it's obviously not a great thing to see one of your teammates having to go in hospital and spend the night in there. Fingers crossed that it heals well and he can get back playing footy as soon as possible. Yeah, look, we're hearing this morning that he's in some doubt to play against St Kilda next week. We had our comments on the incident itself in the first segment of this show today, but do you have a view on the innocuous element to the Zach Merritt tackle? It's a tough one. I'm probably not going to comment too much on it, to be honest. I feel for the MRO officer. They're going to have to make a tough call on what he deems fit, and what will be will be. To be honest, I can't control any of it, so I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus.
What did you expect him to say, Damo?
TJ, he answered it exactly the way I thought he would. But the day you don't ask the question, you don't actually know the answer, TJ. And you should know that, TJ.
Well, I didn't go to university, mate.
Neither did I.
And it shows for both of us. Hey, Sam, before you go, a terrific initiative by the Carlton Footy Club last night in that you guys wore the name of a member on each of those jumpers that you had last night. This is all thanks to a competition with Hyundai. Is that a one-off for you, or are you going to do that again?
No, there's a few games throughout the year that we're going to do this. And last night, attached with the name on the jumper, we all sent personalised messages to each of the people to thank them for the support that they've given us over the time at the footy club. And it's a terrific initiative by Hyundai to give up a spot on our jumper to reward some pretty faithful and well-deserved members to enjoy a small part of this year, although they can't be at games, but to be able to be on the jumpers. Obviously a pretty awesome thing. So well done to all involved, to be honest.
Who was your member, Sam?
Who was my member? I actually had to pronounce it. I had to look this up on Google Translate. His name was Antonino, and I did a video as Antonio, and I got the call back saying you've got to change the name all over again.
Well done, good stuff. And to the Carlton members, just check out the Carlton website and you'll see how you can enter that competition with thanks to Hyundai. All right, let's have a look at the votes.
Well, this man was best man on the ground. Sam Docherty. He was sensational. Essendon have trouble with Carlton because they leave guys behind the ball too often.
Pitnet.
Casbolt's brilliant. Cunningham, his best game, and Mark Pitnet got the better of Tom Bell-Chambers, and they dominated the clearance of Blues.
Sam, good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, lads. Thanks for having me on again.
Carlton co-captain Sam Docherty joining us there.